up, guys?
Hello,
Aboveground
hello.
podcast episode 2.
Oh
So,
yeah,
so how's everyone's week going?
it's
It's
going
going.
it's going good.
It's going.
Finally, finally out of quarantine, which is nice.
Yeah, Micah, tell us about that. About your
There's
last
not
week.
much to tell. I caught the Rona
Uh,
and had to wait it out.
Mm, that waiting.
That waiting.
That
That's the
waiting.
hard part. That's the hard part.
well, we're glad to see you better, ready to
Me too.
rock some shows. That's never gonna happen, thanks Corona. But anyway, so let's. I got some questions for y'all. Okay,
Okay.
everyone. I want everyone to answer it separately. Separately.
Okay.
Oh gosh. Okay, so who is one artist that has inspired you the most and why? Micah, you go first,
Me go first.
and then Seth and CJ. Whatever. I don't care.
Uh, as primarily a guitarist, my guitar hero has almost always been Brad Paisley, and I absolutely love the playing style and the writing style and the whole genre. So definitely would be Brad Paisley and his chicken picking. Uh, but a lot of country artists are my
Dude,
influences.
he's amazing too. I mean, he's a great guitar player.
He's crazy good. Yeah.
I was watching him play Eddie Van Halen the other day.
Oh yeah, where he plays.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's pretty great.
kills it.
He ain't no joke.
Seth,
Um,
you want to go?
Um,
We know
if
who
you know me, then you know that my favorite artist in the world is Mr. John Mayer, and I've been listening to him since I was 13, and he's the reason I started playing guitar and started having this crazy dream of becoming a musician and actually having a band and getting to play guitar on a stage. Um, I don't know, just something about his music I've always found myself just diving deep into and just getting lost in it, and then getting lost in the guitar and feeling something that I ain't felt before.
and he also copies his hairdos. So,
Hey
yeah,
man, when you
copies.
got it, you got it. I'm just kidding.
CJ, you want to go? Or
Yeah, sure. So, well, obviously John Mayer because I mean he's just an incredible guitar player.
Yes, sir.
So much of his style is easy to understand and replicate in a sense. Like he lays out a really good foundation, and um, that was really inspiring for me because I when I started playing guitar, I'd never like found that one artist that like I really wanted to like imitate in a sense, you know.
yeah,
But up until like I found out about John Mayer, like I didn't really have an inspiration for guitar. Um, but he's just an incredible musician, not even just a guitar player, honestly. Um, and
Hmm.
then other than that, John Denver, because like just that old style like country folk
Yeah,
music,
yeah,
because I grew up listening to that, and like that style of music really sticks with me, and that's where I learned a lot of the style of music that I like.
for real.
Awesome.
Jacob, what about you, man?
Yeah, Metalhead Jakin.
oh yeah.
Yeah, metalhead.
I'm the odd one in the group. I'm definitely a metalhead. I'm gonna go with my who made me a musician, Relentless Flood, all the way. But
Yes, sir.
lately, a big influence in music has been like Rage War, Fit for a King, the heavy guys. You know,
Oh
August
yeah,
Burns Red. You know,
bangers.
Matt Griner is awesome drummer.
You
Rich
can
Like
definitely tell it with the double pedal.
yeah. So I'm the odd guy out, but yeah, John Mayer, especially since we've started this band, you know, I've changed a lot. Music, I like a little bit of everything. Yeah, definitely the metal guys. Shout out to Relentless Flood. They're my guys.
I I would honestly say Jakin's metal influences have kind of helped shape the band sound, in my
Oh
opinion.
gosh, yeah.
From
Disciple,
being somebody who started off like looking in from the outside, because I wasn't in the
Yeah.
band originally, but listening, that was always something that like took
like
those songs that were really good songs, but like to a whole new level, like emotionally and everything.
Well,
he's like
So
I've always
out of
John,
said
control.
for the longest time that all of our different musical backgrounds have brought us to where I think it should be. All this different stuff happening, but it sounds so good together. I personally feel like sometimes we're a little off, but we're pulling it back together.
Hey, that's who we are. It is how it is. So let's see. Question number two. This one. What is your favorite album ever? This is a hard one. But if you had to
Ooh.
pick one that you could only listen to,
Mm, that's rough.
I'll,
Oh,
I'll start.
Don't start with me. Don't start with me. Don't start
I'll
with me.
start if you guys want to.
yeah, you start, Jakin.
Let me
So
look. Let me look through my music.
again, with Relentless Flood, the one album that inspired me the most to play music, "Time Is Now." Right when I got into actual like getting into music, you know, bam. But I'll tell you, if I had to pick just a consistent album, not my favorite, but a consistent, "Room for Squares" by John Mayer.
Yeah.
I can that is such a consistent album. Every song's good except for "Bodies Your Wonderland." It's good too, but we just don't talk about it. But yeah, who wants to go next?
Okay. Uh, my go-to is kind of out of the blue in comparison to like the stuff I grew up listening to. Because there's obviously some country albums I feel the same way about. There's some pop albums I feel the same way about. Some rock stuff.
Yeah.
But like the one thing that's like goes back probably the farthest with my playing since I grew up mostly playing in church was the Medicine album by John Mark McMillan.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
bit of like a funny choice, but like I always kind of come back to that album no matter what. Other people hate it. I don't really care. I love it. Like everything about it.
Yeah, we've talked about him before.
Yeah. And anyway, he's been a big inspiration for me as a writer too. So
I
I
respect.
really, really like his stuff.
That's sick.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh. Um,
Continuum.
I really can't. I can't choose. If there was like one big album with all John Mayer's music mixed into one, that'd be great.
Greatest hit.
But you know what? If I didn't have to choose a John Mayer album, which if I did choose a John Mayer album, it'd probably be either Continuum or Battle Studies.
Oh,
But if I didn't choose a John Mayer album, my favorite album would probably be "On the Corner Where You Live" by the Papercuts.
okay.
It's a
Yeah,
really good album, and they're a really great band if you're into kind of more mellow music.
The chill.
I
That's
liked what
cool.
I've heard of theirs. That's pretty cool.
I
You
love
showed
their
you
stuff.
the stuff you showed me basically.
Yeah. So if I didn't choose a John Mayer album, it'd probably be that.
CJ, what you got?
Um, well, a couple. So, in terms of guitar, um, if I had to listen to one guitar album for the rest of my life and I had no other choice, definitely Continuum.
Yeah.
In
It's a
there.
Yeah.
great album.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And
Or
that's what
just
I'll say
the
about
Where
that.
the Light Is album.
Oh
But
yeah.
just a good overall album that I would listen to for the rest of my life is Something Anything by Todd Rundgren.
Okay.
That
Mm-hmm.
album, I mean, it's just a really influential album, especially for me in terms of how my musical style developed. Because that's the first album that I really sat down and listened to on repeat and just picked out every little thing, every little detail about the music that was playing that I just analyzed and took bits of information from, you know? It's what really showed me that like listening is the best analysis of a piece of music. And even though I like analyze it and like, you know, try to critique it in my own sense, I still think it's one of the most influential albums of all time.
That's
Mm-hmm.
And
that was deep, man.
yeah,
He's great too. I
You had
love
that
him.
like already
You
like.
showed him to me, Seed, and he's awesome.
Yeah, that was a good answer. Outdid us all. So I only got a few more questions. So this one's kind of weird one. What's your favorite part of being in above ground? On like, what do you look forward to? Playing with you guys, us, I should say.
Mm. Gosh, there's so many things.
I mean, for me, it's definitely Smoothie's dance moves. That's everybody.
Well, what can I say, man? Cutting the rug's my hobby. Um, you know what? Probably one of the biggest things I love about above ground or being in above ground is not only getting to play music with probably three of my greatest friends, but also just getting the chance to do something I love with some guys who are great guys, stand up guys who love to do the same thing I do. And man, every time we get together, I just feel like we just have a blast just playing music. And it don't matter if we hit wrong notes or make a mistake because man, we just are having a great time. And I think that's the thing I love about it the most is there's no judgment there. It's just playing some music with your friends and having a great time. There might be some judgment from the crowd though whenever I hit six wrong notes in a row, but you know what? It happens.
Jazz.
You give
Yeah,
yourself a
it's
hard time.
jazz. It's jazz. It's the chromatic scale.
But it's jazz. Yeah, I'm gonna say I don't know from the beginning, from the first time we were just getting together to jam, which Michael wasn't there, but same thing happened the first time you came. I don't know. We just like I don't know. It was magic, like not in a weird way, but like it just we all could read each other. It was like we were connected. That's kind of weird, but
No, it makes sense.
um, we just knew what each other was gonna do. Like,
Yeah.
really cool.
I think
There's no greater feeling than that too. Whenever somebody else in the band does something and then you're like, "Hey, I feel you there," and then you do something with that something to make something.
that's honestly my favorite part of above ground is like the songwriting process because like we'll one of us will just throw something out there and we'll just be like, hey, I think this sounds good, I'm gonna try it out real quick, and everybody's like, yeah, that sounds amazing, let me add this, and
Yeah,
then we just keep adding and adding and building like an amazing song at the end, and it's so cool.
I love that part.
These people don't even know what's coming to them with this album. It's gonna blow their mind.
They have no idea.
No, Micah, I know you're new, but
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I had a bit of an outsider view for a little bit from being before I was in the band. And so one of the things that I've loved seeing since Seth took the main answer and Jacob took the next best one, I mean CJ, uh, because is like how much potential this band has and how much growth I've seen
that's nice.
in every one of us has been pretty great. Because I have like videos on my phone from like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
And I was like, oh, yeah, they were good. It was like really good still, but I was like, yeah, it's gonna get better. And
Dude, I was
then
listening to the
like,
first version of Stress Ball the other day.
yeah,
oh,
Oh my gosh.
and
that's
then
rough.
last year I even have some videos, and it was like, all right, that's the point. I was like, these guys are just great. I
I
love
think
this
that
so
night
much.
was our peak. We're never gonna get better than that.
And then like every time we play now, like I leave thinking like that was great. We really like blew it away. We did such a great job. Every time we play so far, I haven't had a time yet that I've been like, yeah, we butchered that. That song didn't go well
You'll
at all.
have at least one.
Oh, I know, but like so far, it's been very smooth and very clean. And even if it was a mistake that we notice, it's not really going to be something other people really notice because it's getting a lot cleaner, a lot
Yeah.
tighter.
We're all
So
kind of
I see
Yeah,
just like crazy potential for our for above ground.
I think it's just because we're all really picky musicians.
That's a
yeah.
good
And you
thing.
know,
That's a good thing.
I think it's cool how none of us are perfect, but man, we just love to do it. Just
Oh yeah.
love to play.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully, one day we do get somewhere where we're close to perfection, but I don't know if that'll ever come. At least for me, but
People don't like perfection anyway. Not
yeah,
always.
that's true.
Music's not supposed to be perfect.
No.
Yeah, you're right there.
Bro,
That's why somebody invented jazz. No,
It's
I'm
supposed to
just
be like perfectly flawed.
Yeah. Okay, so
I mean,
this
exactly.
question,
You could write the perfect piece of music, like the greatest piece of music of all time, and it would still lack a lot if it didn't have passion behind it, you know?
Yeah.
exactly.
If people don't connect to it, nobody's gonna listen to it.
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
So this question popped in my head the other day. It's kind of weird, but I just want to know your opinions. I know mine, but I want to see what y'all's because we've never really talked about. Me and Seth talked about it a little bit, but not really. So, you do you personally record an album to play live more, or do you play live to get your album more popular?
Okay, wait. Say that again.
Okay. Do you record an album to play live more, or make an album to get your? Oh wait, sorry, I already mixed it up. Okay, do you record an album to play live more, or do you play live to get your album more popular? Kind of weird.
Well,
It's
we
technically both.
obviously.
It's technically both, but I want to see more on what side y'all enjoy more, having your music out there, kind of, or playing the live part of a band. You see what I'm saying? It's a weird question, but
So wait, like
It
having an
makes sense
album
though.
out there or playing live, like which one we'd rather have?
So I get his question. It's more like are you more interested in recording an album so that you have stuff to play at shows, or are you more interested in playing shows so that
yes,
people will go listen to your album?
yes,
Oh,
exactly.
okay. Well, it'd be great if we had an album, but I mean,
Come
um,
In the
so
work.
I don't. I feel like if we had an album, I would love to play. Heck, we play the stuff that's gonna be on the album. So I love playing that crap live. So probably that. I
on.
just love playing our songs out in public because it's like a piece of us that we're putting out there, which
Yep.
any other way I couldn't do other than through a song. So probably that.
Yeah, I'll agree. I definitely say I'm making the album to play live music. What about you guys, CJ and Micah?
I think honestly, it would have to be a good combination of the two. But if I had to pick one, I would say playing live to get your album heard
Okay.
because playing live is a good way of doing it. Word of mouth,
Yeah,
right?
like
Yeah,
a
Like,
yeah,
oh,
promotional
I
thing.
I heard so and so at this coffee shop or at this community
that's
concert,
true.
and I think you should go check out their album.
Yeah, that's it.
But the album is more of like a widespread thing because now with Spotify and Apple Music and
Hmm.
all these other subscription services, it's more of a global thing now, and it's hard to push it in that pool of music.
Yeah,
So I would
I
have to
see
say,
that.
I would have to say playing live to get your album heard
Okay. Yeah, it's
because
definitely
that's where
both
you can get
though.
the most reach and the most influence.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely both. But I was just kind of wondering what part do you enjoy more, kind of. What I mean. So what about you, Micah?
So
It's a hard one, ain't it?
it's hard to pick because to me it feels like comparing martial arts to visual arts. It's like for instance I mean the creation of an album or a song, like the whole writing process and recording process, that's like making like a painting in my opinion. Whereas like doing the live show is like a ballet or like karate or something. It seems to me like there are two totally different things that are like mutually uh, symbiotic.
Yeah.
So it's so hard to pick which one I prefer. I love performing live. Live performance is so much fun for me.
Yeah.
Um, so I want to lean towards saying uh, making an album so you have music to play live. But at the same time, I know how much I love putting music out.
Yeah.
And it's hard for me to say for sure that I would like even if I couldn't play it live, I would still put the stuff out. Does that
Okay.
make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
So it's
What about
hard to pick
what you're
one.
doing right now?
Yeah, like what I'm doing right now and what we're doing right now. Hopefully soon.
Sorry,
Uh,
that one was a little weird, but I just
no, that's a good question though.
we'll
That's a
talk
Yeah.
good
about
No,
it.
thing.
that is.
Uh, everybody needs to like comment on that or something and say what they think
Yeah.
Because
because I want to see what other people think about that.
like me personally, I'm writing the music so I can go play live. Because for me, it's more. This sounds selfish, but it's more about me than it is. Yeah, I don't know. Not. I don't know how to say it, but you get what I mean. Like I enjoy playing live.
Yeah, that makes sense. The only difference for me is like when I write a song, I usually have some connection to the song.
Yeah.
There's a few songs I've written that it's not a super strong connection, maybe, but it is some form of connection that
Yeah.
makes it important to me.
I thought that'd be a cool question and kind of.
It is a
Of
cool
course,
question.
you're doing it for both, of course, but I'm saying
Yeah.
you're doing it more for a promotional side of things or to have fun, kind of.
Yeah.
You know,
That's a good question. I like that question.
I thought you'd like that one, Micah. I was thinking about it the other day.
Analytical Mike, I thought that was a good question.
Oh yeah. So let's talk about Christmas. It's coming up.
You got my Christmas present yet, Jakin?
I did. I
A
got
brand new guitar.
no. I got all of you a little something, just a little.
Oh, really?
I have
Dang,
so
I
much
need to get
shopping
on
to
it.
do still.
Yeah, we
So
need
much
we
shopping.
need to get together, celebrate Christmas.
That'd be fun. I'd like that.
This is the part
Okay,
where the
if you're
listeners are like, now it's just turning into a conversation.
if you're still on the podcast, we want you to comment down below what your favorite Christmas tradition is and what your favorite Christmas song is.
Yes.
I'll start off with mine. My favorite Christmas song is Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
That's a good one.
That is a great song and it makes me tear up. No, I'm just kidding.
He cries every time he hears it.
Yeah, I cry every time.
That is a good song.
No, dude, but for real, like one of my favorite Christmas songs is "Merry Christmas, Darling" by the Carpenters. That's a real.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It doesn't
I
even
haven't
sound
heard
like a
that
Christmas
one in a
song,
while.
really. It just sounds like another Carpenter song. It's so good.
I don't even know if I have a favorite Christmas song. I like the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Does that count? Like any
That
of
counts.
this?
I
Yeah,
count.
I saw him live once. It was awesome.
I bet that was awesome.
Anything you can headbang to, I'm down.
Jakin likes Run Run Rudolph.
Hey, we do a sick cover of that, just by the way. Micah
I
has
don't know.
think he's
I
Half
don't
the
know if
world.
it's sick, but it's a cover.
Something that we do.
yeah, one
Yeah.
time we played it out of middle school and I put on reindeer antlers. So
Nice.
it was awesome.
Rough.
That
Rough.
was funny.
I love Christmas, but I have this love-hate relationship with Christmas music.
It gets on my nerves.
I have about a month I can handle it. That's
Yeah.
about it.
They
And
better
And
not
only
play it.
certain ones. It has to be the good ones. It has to be the good ones. Yeah.
Yeah, before Thanksgiving, not happening for me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. No Christmas music or Christmas decorations before Thanksgiving.
I basically started listening to Christmas music like this week. Like
Yeah.
I watched a live stream concert of one of my favorite bands doing a Christmas concert. And that's like the first Christmas music I've listened to
Yep.
that I didn't have to learn or something.
See, my biggest thing with Christmas music is that, like, in a modern sense, like most musicians nowadays that are recording Christmas music don't really care about, like, you know, making Christmas music. They just care about singing the same stuff that's been around for years. And
Yeah. That's
It's like-
industrialized, you know.
Yeah, it's turned into a thing that, like, okay, normal music, people are always making new stuff like that. Christmas it's like its own subject. Like they've turned it into this is what you got, and that's all. It's like
and I feel
it's like your grandma's church that plays the 5 same hymns every time.
I
It's
feel like
that now.
nowadays when people do make new Christmas music, it's like crap. Like it's
And it might be partly the listener's fault too, because nobody gives
Yeah.
them a chance either, because they're like, this ain't.
I will say
Christmas,
this. I liked Christmas music back whenever it was like jazzy. Everything was jazzy. That's my favorite type of Christmas music. And I
You're part
feel
of the
like
problem of why we don't get new stuff. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. What you got there?
Oh, it's a melodica.
I love those things.
Yeah, I do too. Anyway, my thing with Christmas music now is it's more like people just make it for the sake of saying they made a Christmas album instead of like really caring about it enough. In my, this is my opinion.
Like you can't make like they're like, but it's the classics. You can't make classics unless you make new stuff eventually. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like who can sing this song that's already been played 1,000 times the best? Like
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah, exactly.
to a
Now
certain extent.
there is still some Christian artists that still write Christmas songs, but you know that's different a little bit. But
I could place a tune.
I've not played this thing in so long. I don't know if I could squeeze a tune out of it.
do it.
There you go.
Can
That's
you
all
play
we
us like a saxophone solo on
Well,
the
I was gonna say for a while I had "Careless Whisper" on it,
Oh, did you
Dude,
really?
but
try
I
it.
forgot how to do it.
Try it. You
I don't
once
even
you
remember.
start playing it, we'll come back.
I don't even remember what key it's in. No, I've lost it. I can't even remember what interval it starts with.
Da, 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 da.
CJ will be in a second. We'll tell you it's in this key. Blah, 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 just magically.
If I sit here for 5 minutes, I'll figure it out. But I don't want to do that.
I feel like CJ's already figured it out in his head.
I have.
He probably knows it.
We keep thinking that it starts on the second.
It's on the second. Is it start on the second?
Yeah,
What key does it start in, or is it in?
D minor.
Blows my mind, dude.
All we do now is my dance moves.
Almost, not quite. Not
That's funny.
quite.
I saw CJ's face and I was like, I know he knows exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Just sitting there like, I need to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I go to music college. Just kidding.
I didn't go to college.
That's right. I pay $5,000 per semester to learn the same thing that I'd learn online.
Yeah, before I got my degree, dude, most of the stuff I had already learned from books and the internet before I did my music stuff.
I learn everything from YouTube videos. It's so easy.
Oh
It's
gosh, yeah.
dude, you can
That's
get a
where I-
college degree's worth of knowledge from YouTube, and I'm not even kidding. I've literally done it.
A college degree is only worth a piece of paper, dude.
Exactly, I know.
Real.
But I'm very proud to have that piece of paper that says
It
Oh,
just
yeah.
shows you put it
That's
in.
a lot of hard work.
it's not even work. It's so much fun. I love it. I'm ready to go back at some point. Maybe online finish. I don't know.
We can't have two people in college, okay? You don't have to wait till CJ gets back.
I'm
There you
honestly thinking about switching out of commercial music though. I'm thinking about doing music industry, because I feel like that would just be a lot more useful for what I want to do. Because I would want to work for like say a record label or, you know, be like a private consultant for
Mm.
that part of the industry. You know,
That'd be
just
cool.
getting smaller names out. That's what I'm interested in.
Yeah.
Sure. Thanks, guys, for watching if you made it this far.
Oh,
Yeah.
also, if you are an above ground donor and have donated to the cause, we say thank you.
Thank you. Also, we have shirts on Bonfire, link in our Instagram bio, Sleep Talking shirts. If you don't
Man.
like them, Seth designed them. If you do like them, I made them. So
Hey,
please go check them out.
nobody's probably even gonna make it this far to even hear that part.
Well,
I'll shorten it up a little bit. Don't worry.
Also-
this Christmas, gentlemen, buy your ladies a Sleep Talking shirt off of our Bonfire page. She's gonna
won't-
love it, I promise.
it won't be there for Christmas, but still do
Hey,
it.
could we do that thing where we put the link in the description?
I don't actually know how to
Ooh,
do that.
ooh, and I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to do that. Smash that like button and hit subscribe.
Turn the bell on.
Ring the bell.
Ding, ding. Okay, well, thanks for coming. We've been above ground. That's about all I can say.
Hey, that's my line.
Yeah, I'll be said. We've been above Aboveground, thank you. The only time he actually says something that's not him stuttering. Okay, goodbye.
Shut up, Jacob.
I would wear jean shorts if they're cut off really, really, really high, because then it becomes acceptable again.
We'll cut this part out.